Greetings, citizens of the internet. You can call me Nitro Indigo, and welcome back to my extremely riveting Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker HD Remastered Remade 2.8 Final Mix in 3D with 4D sound. In the last episode, Link's birthday was interrupted by a giant bird dropping a girl into the forest. And in this episode, we are going to find the girl, but first we need to get a sword from this chap called Orca. He lives in this house that I'm coming towards right now, the one with the weird eye patterns on it. And this is his older brother, Sturgeon. Oh, Indigo, press ZL right here and there and use A to talk to me, try it. Yeah, he basically teaches you ZL targeting. Off screen, I made the settings so that, like, you don't have to hold down ZL constantly to target something, but the default setting is that you do have to do that, so that's a thing. You, my friend, have just targeted me. You see, when you press ZL, you can target certain objects. This sounds like Sugar Conroy's Toadsworth voice so much. I, for one, use it quite often to talk to folks who are far away from me. Of course, even if there isn't anything around to target, you can press ZL to face forward, you know. It's quite handy indeed. I enunciated that bit wrong. There are a myriad of other ways to use targeting in Orange as well. Quite an ingenious little thing, if I do say so myself. Of course, that's not the only trick in my bag. Not remotely. I can teach you a few more things if you'll just climb up that ladder over there and drop by my room. He basically gives you tutorials. That was some racket outside, wasn't it? But I don't need tutorials because I've played this game before. You're not playing my game. Obviously. By the way, the maximum capacity of the first wallet is 500 rupees. I have a guide for this game and I read it in there. On another topic entirely, maybe it's just my age, but lately, I've had quite a hard time seeing things from a distance. Also, I have never actually 100% completed this game before, so this should be fun. Also, this is Orca, and the music in his house is a slow remix of the Outset Island theme. I only noticed that yesterday, which is when I recorded the first episode. Oh, what is the matter, Indigo? You have an urgent look about you. Has something happened? Also, his abs look like gills, just saying. Whatever it is, from the look on your face, I suspect it is no laughing matter. What say you, Indigo? Also, why is there like only 3 characters in the entire game that are named after sea creatures? If they wanted to have a theme, they should have named more after them. Of course, there's Sturgeon and Orca are 2 of them, and the 3rd one, we have not learned that character's name yet, but we shall in due course. Ah, have you come for some serious instruction in the way of the sword? Not to be confused with the way of the dragon, which is on the synopsis of the worst game ever 2K2, also known as Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, which, actually, that wasn't the only, actually, speaking of which, a lot of unfinished, well, not unfinished, a lot of games that came out in 2002 are rushed, because besides that, there's also the original version of The Wind Waker, Star Fox Adventures, and Super Mario Sunshine. Anyway, yes, sir, what was that voice? Yes, sir, I'm so annoying right now, I sound even more annoying than my sister, but at least this voice isn't hurting me anymore. And then they bow because that's what you do. Very good! Your first lesson shall be the horizontal slice. Face me and press B. Do not fear for my safety. I am ready for you. Because I am ready fills a me, clearly. That hurt. Good. Keep coming at me until you hear me say, very good. Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. If you were to test me, I'm sure you'll find something about teachers, and I can't remember the rest of the words of this song. Except that, well, actually I do remember the rest of the words. I remember the beginning of the 2nd verse, but not the rest of the song. But this isn't Parappa the Rapper, this is The Wind Waker. Very good! Next is the vertical slice in Orange. Hold ZL to target me, and then press B. Why do I only sometimes mention that words are in Orange? I should be consistent about it. Keep swinging! power and you can do like these weird combo spinny thingies. Very good. Next is the thrust. Target with Z in orange with ZL, and then tilt L forward towards me and press B. Come at me. Thrust your sword. The timing for this is really finicky though, because very good, keep thrusting, because like whenever the last time I tried this in that original recording session, which I forgot to record the game audio in, I kept accidentally doing the forward, I actually kept not thrusting instead of just doing the normal ZL slice. I've forgotten, oh my goodness, I've already, I kept doing vertical slices because I forgot to tilt L forward. To be quite honest, I don't really put much thought into Zelda combat, I just kind of mash buttons. And I made a mistake. And whenever you make a mistake, he screams at you and then hits Link, because that's totally not child abuse. See what I mean? Next is the spin attack. Hold B briefly, and all in orange, to build up your strength, and then release it. Or rotate L1 to press B. I always hold B, because I can. Also, in like the old handheld Zelda games, I always had the sword mapped to A at all times, even though in other games where you can't just map any item to any button, which is most Zelda games actually, you can't, it's always B, except in the games which don't use normal button controls. Oh, speaking of which, Phantom Hourglass, if you didn't know, is the sequel to this game, and I was so invested in talking about B button that I forgot to do a spin attack. Next is harder. This is a parry attack. Target with ZL until you see A with a spiky thing around it, and then quickly press A to perform a defensive strike. Anyway, what I was going to say, Phantom Hourglass, I don't actually mind the controls in that game, because like it's clear that the game was designed around them, even if it is really gritty looking, because like they basically, Nintendo said, hey, we want this game to be entirely touchscreen controlled, so they made a game which was designed to be controlled with touchscreen. Also, this is really annoying because he's accidentally jumping to the side. But anyway, but a game that wasn't designed around its controls was the Wii version of The Dog Island, and the dog is in capital letters because it's like the artist collection or art list collection. Actually, say artist or art list, I don't know, whatever. Very good. Now, finally, the jump attack in orange. Draw your sword, target in orange, and press A. I was going to say, anyway, in the Wii version of The Dog Island, for some reason, like, in order to move, you basically have to point at something with B, and I was so invested in that discussion I completely forgot what... Jump attack, that's it. Press it down on A. I forgot to register the instruction. Come at me once more. Anyway, in the Wii version of The Dog Island, you move by, basically there's this paw-shaped cursor, and in order to move, you have to press B or A when you want to sniff things, because that's how you get items. And yet I sense a certain anxiousness in the sword you hold, an eagerness that goes far beyond the mere desire to be wielded on the fields of battle. Why do you say and yet? But anyway, the game clearly wasn't designed around that control, because they could have just used a nunchuck, but they chose not to. And it's not the most horrible thing ever. When you run with the pointer, it just feels a bit slippery, and you have to get onto a really precise spot in order to get an item, because you basically have to sniff for an item and then dig for it. And in the Wii version, you have to shake the Wii remote. Maybe you'll get to The Dog Island on this channel later. Maybe I won't. I don't know, because it's not really that well known of a game. I don't know if anyone would want to watch it. Then again, the Game Grumps did it, and some random other Let's Play channel who I can't remember the name of. But they also did Klonoa 2, I think, did it as well. I do not know what has happened. Have I already read that one out? I don't know. But I don't know what the future holds. I don't know why I'm singing that to the tune of City Escape. Actually, I do know why I'm singing it to the tune of City Escape. It's just because I made that lyric for that song, which I just think would fit very well. Never even played Sonic Adventure 2. But I have faith in you. Somehow, I doubt you will misuse that sword for evil and other stuff like that, you muffin. You may have it, Indigo. I give it freely. Take the blade with you. Apparently muffin is an insult now. You accepted the hero sword. Wield it with B or B. Use it wisely and carefully. You don't want to let down the kind old man who has entrusted it to you. Since the olden days, this sword, this exact particular sword which I just lent to a child, has been used to fend off evil. Its blade is infused with the desire to become strong and righteous, and this voice is hurting my throat. Be strong, Indigo. Don't get cocky, don't get cocky, it's gonna get rocky. We're gonna move down to the next to jockey. And I'm going to completely disrespect this old man by breaking all of his pottery, because Link does that in every single Zelda game. Because it's series, well, not every single Zelda game, only since A Link to the Past, because that was the first game with jars in it, and it was also the first game where we cut down grass. He's been mowing your lawn since 1991. Was it 1990? Wait, oh, was it 1990? Yeah, it was 1991, wasn't it? I need to look up where A Link to the Past came out, when A Link to the Past came out in Japan. I'll throw some text on screen in post. Anyway, we need to go to the Forest of Fairies to rescue the mysterious girl of mystery, mysteriousness of mystery. Because I was trying to say mystery, but it turned into mystery. The mysterious mountain. It's very mysterious. And speaking of which, I have like a couple ideas for non-Let's Play videos. One of them is about how Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games aren't very well written. Something I always wanted to say but couldn't really articulate until I watched like that great moments in LP clip where Fang Shaman and Saber Spark make fun of the fact they keep saying Mysterious Mountain and Gates to Infinity. But it's also like Explorers as well, because like a while ago, like a few years ago, I was playing Spirit Tracks and Explorers of Sky at the same time, and I was absolutely amazed about how fast the cutscenes in Spirit Tracks went. No entry, the forest paths are closed until suspension bridge repairs are complete. But we are Link and we're a hipster, and I don't, what's it with Let's Players referring to themselves and the play character collectively as we? I don't understand why they do that, but Sugar Conroy and Lucky 70X both do that. Anyway. And the other idea I have is like one about video game genres being vague, because like there's lots of games that could be called action RPGs. Like there's like, but they all play completely differently. Like Zelda 2 and Kingdom Hearts are both action RPGs, but they're not really that similar at all. And people keep calling Zelda an RPG because like the term role-playing game tells you nothing about how these games are actually played, and it predates video games because it originally referred to like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. Oh, there's a random yellow rupee there. I don't know why. And these flowers remind me of Dog Island as well. They give you more money than the grass does. Anyway, and he just does weird spinning. But like, anyway, and it's not just that's not the only vague video game genre, because I've seen like on TV tropes Spyro games appear under action adventure when they should be under platformer, which begs the question between a 3D platformer and an action adventure game is, because I've seen 3D platformers called action adventure games, but not action adventure games called 3D platformers. And also action adventure games have a lot in common, like this game we're playing right now, have lots in common with action games, which are games focusing on combat and stuff, but not so much in adventure games, because adventure games are like text-based games or point-and-click games where you click on go to place and get item, and then you need to use that item to interact with a character and stuff like that. Maybe you could consider, and like visual novels are technically adventure games, like and also like puzzle games as well, because like Tetris and Professor Layton are both puzzle games, but they're both completely different kinds of puzzles, because like one of them is like falling objects and the other one is like lateral thinking. Also, I've never finished a Professor Layton game because I'm not smart enough to finish one, because actually, I'm not trying to put myself down or anything. I just find Professor Layton hard, and we're in the Forest of Fairies, but like, what I'm trying to say here is I'm not really. I like Professor Layton for like all the music and the atmosphere and the stories and stuff, but I've never been able to finish one because they always have like really weird puzzles. Like I was trying to play Lost Future, or Unwound Future if you prefer, a while ago, but I just kind of rage quitted that part where you have to solve the puzzle about the mutant escaped rabbit jumping like in a really weird way. Because I'm not good at logic puzzles is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, we have seen the girl who was dropped in the forest, and spoiler alert, she's the third character in this game who's named after a sea creature. Spoilers. Well, it's not really a spoiler at all. Anyway, I don't like how nowadays spoiler has come to mean anything about a work of fiction that has recently been released, instead of just like important things that could ruin your enjoyment of the story, because people are just so hell-bent on like going into things knowing nothing. I mean, I really didn't like the experience of going into knowing nothing about it, but it's a one that I can live without having to know nothing about a story before I go into it. And avoiding spoilers is surprisingly easy if you try, but people make a big deal out of it. Oh, and there's a red rupee, and I completely failed to crouch, because you can crouch in this game by pressing ZR, and then crouching as a mechanic never appeared in the game again, and there is a blue bokoblin, which is our first enemy. Also, where are the favourite fairies in this forest? Well, we can't get to them yet because it requires an item we will get later. Alligator in a wild crocodile. And now people are going to get mad at me for saying that Pokemon Mystery Dungeon isn't well written. Don't worry, I don't hate Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, I just I've been burned out on it. Even though Explorers of Time and Darkness recently turned 10 in Japan. This spot marks the remains of an ancient fairy fountain. The legendary hero was said to come here after battle so the fairies could ease his weariness. It was also said that whoever met with the great fairy who lived here was blessed with great fortune, so it came to be known as the Fountain of the Fortune Goddess. Yep, this is what I meant about we couldn't do anything with the fairies right now. You can't pick that up because it's too heavy. And here is the pirate girl, and then suddenly, blue bokoblins carried by birds which are, spoiler alert, called cargo rocks. Oh wait, the other one's still alive. It's not anymore. Because they... And then the girl just falls out of a tree, spoiler alert, for a few seconds. Ouch! Wow, what's with that get-up? Well, whatever, so, where am I? She sounds like Arl, 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 Arl. Oh, that's right. That giant bird came and I have the worst facial expression ever. Miss! Miss Tetros! I need to change my panties. Oh, thank goodness you're safe. Oh my god, I'm just going with this. When I saw you get dropped on this summit, I thought for sure you'd ... because you're not allowed to say die in a Nintendo game. But you are allowed to say die in a Dog Island. Summit? Oh my god, I've forgotten what my Tetra voice is already. So that bird dropped me on top of a mountain? Oh yeah, that's her voice. Well, that wasn't nice of it. Don't you called him in it? You... Well, don't just stand there. Let's go. Time to repay our debt to that bird in full. But miss, what about this boy? Don't worry about him. Come on. Oh my gosh, what is that? Those stupid voices right on. And then Nick just stands there in his really weird idle animation. And then he runs after them. And then the screen is black and I'm just giving a running commentary of what's happening on screen. Hi, big brother! Oh, a cheesy moment. And then the title screen, and then BIRD! Brother! For some reason my gamepad started vibrating at this moment. I don't really know why. It doesn't really fit the cutscene that well. Stupid kid! Get a hold of yourself! She's gone! There's nothing you can do! Oh, by the way, I don't like it in, like, when games try to have, like, really cinematic cutscenes where they don't have voice acting. Like, Ever Oasis, for example, it has these cutscenes where, like, there are characters talking and they don't have text boxes, they have subtitles, but the game doesn't even have any voice clips, let alone actual proper voice acting, so it just looks like the voice acting's been surgically removed. And Pokemon, 3DS games, main 3DS games, do that as well. What? You want to come with us on our ship? Do you understand what you're asking? We're pirates! You know, pirates! The terror of the seas, yar! Her voice changed suddenly. What do we get bringing some helpless little kid along with us? I'll tell you what we get. A headache. Oh! I know how you must feel with your sister having been kidnapped and all, but that doesn't really have anything to do with this, now does it? And how do you figure that? What was that voice supposed to be? Whoa there! Just who are you? Why do you get off butting in on someone else's conversation? And then the Nico in the corner is just there. Nico, whatever. Please, all I mean to say is that if you big bad pirates hadn't come to this quiet little island, instead of giving me him the voice to giving me a sore throat, he's just going to have the saucy Lucius Malfoy voice. That poor girl wouldn't have been snatched away by that bird, except not really a saucy Lucius Malfoy voice. And just what do you mean by that? Just be quiet for a moment and I'll tell you. Now, as my work entails delivering letters, I spend much of my time travelling amongst the many different islands. As a result, I hear many things and I need to get a drink of water. I'm Batman. Haven't any of you heard word that young girls have been getting kidnapped lately from all regions of the Great Sea? No matter. Whether you've heard it or not, that seems to be the case. Young girls with long ears like yours have been getting kidnapped, never to be seen again. Long ears and orange. Also, it kind of bothers me that, like, the Hylians are supposed to be special because they have pointy ears, except that basically every race in Zelda has pointy ears. So that's a thing. And unless my eyes fail me, the young girl who was just kidnapped from this island also has long ears in orange, does she not? Much like you do, Miss Fearsome Pirate Trademark. My point is that the bird mistook that poor girl for you, and that's why I grabbed her. ... because this is ... 6 dots, because how do you say ellipses? Is this Pokemon Mystery Dungeon now where everyone just talks in ellipses, and the Dog Island where the protagonist talks in ellipses because the protagonist can never talk in these games? Even though it's not made by Nintendo, it's made by some company called Ukes, and it was published by Ubisoft. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was young Indigo here who saved you from the monsters in the forest, wasn't it? Why does everyone in this game sound really annoying? I don't know who says, is this true? Yeah, that's what one thing I don't like about Zelda, it took them into a link between worlds to actually, you know, label text boxes. There are some random, like, sentences and spirit tracks, I have no idea who says them, like, I don't want to give a specific example because, well, in the ending cutscene, this is out of context, so it won't be spoilers. Someone just says it was too late, and I don't know what that has to do with anything, and it's not labelled, so I don't know who says it, and there's no voice clip. Oh, and while I'm at it, I may as well tell you that the bird that kidnapped both you and Indigo's sister has made its foul nest to the north, on the heights of Forsaken Fortress in Orange. Also, the way the grammatical ambiguity makes it sound like that Tetra is Link's sister, because then Ara would be both of their sister. Both of their sister. That is just amazing grammar. The Forsaken Fortress! Isn't that the place where... So, what are you going to do? Under the circumstances, I don't think it would be unreasonable for you to give Indigo a little help now, would it? I don't feel awkward about calling Link Indigo anymore. Humph, I don't need you to tell me that. I forgot to do Tetra's voice. Even if I were to consider it, lately I've heard nothing but evil rumours about this Forsaken Fortress in Orange. You can't possibly mean to go there with nothing but that cheap little sword. That's not brave, it's stupid. I mean, come on, she sounds a bit like Dr. Eggman now. Even a simple little island like this has to have something you could use as a shield in Orange. You know, something to protect yourself with, anything. Tell you what, if you come back with something like that, we'll let you stow away on our ship. Oh, and one more thing. Once you leave, you won't be coming back here for a while, and by once you, I mean we. So you better say goodbye to your family while you have the chance. I don't want you getting all weepy-eyed and homesick on me. I just realised that the text box icon looks like Link's belt buckle. But before we go home and get that family shield, spoiler alert, we need to talk to this chappy chapson here, and not this kid. I said not this kid, no. I said... Indigo, your sister Arl, she's... Don't tell me, you're not going on board that ship and trying to save her, are you? Listen, Let me just check my guide for a moment, because he's supposed to activate like this side quest, but oh wait a minute, you don't activate the side quest by talking to someone, you activate the side quest by just getting pigs. Oh, actually, this boat here. Barrels on the side of it, first of all. Oh, a customer! Welcome to Beedle Shopship, or Terry in every other language version of the game. I deal pretty much anything and everything. Do you have anything you don't need? If you do, show it to me. I'll pay top rupees for your junk with 3 exclamation marks. Or do you see anything you'd like to buy? Just use L to browse. This bait bag, we need this for the, this bait bag is a very useful item. First of all, it will be great, it will be very helpful in letting us get the pigs. You can get the pigs without bait, but it is very useful for it. And then this is basically telling us there's a members card, you get points when you buy things, and then you can get discounts and prizes and stuff like that. And they can only sell for membership by getting 30 points. I don't want to do the Beedle voice because it's just annoying. And the all-purpose bait looks like pepperoni for some reason. I don't know why. Or maybe birdseed. Birdseed pepperoni.
Thank you. Bye.
And that other item's called a Hioi pear. Or Hioi pear or something. We don't need it right now though. So what we need to do is put these pigs in a pig pen. Okay, basically she's giving us money for giving her a pig. Why didn't she just go and get one out for herself? And never explained. And yeah, she's basically asking, you don't look well because my sister got kidnapped, you napkin. I was really muffin. I was about to call her mumpkin, which is a combination of muffin and napkin.
Yep.
Okay, that I completely failed. Oh my gosh, that camera though! Okay, I was a bit confused there. Oh, and don't attack the pigs, they'll hurt you. What's these pigs? The fact there are pigs here and like the whole intro stuff kind of reminds me of Moana, or rather Moana reminds me of this. I've only seen Moana once and that was when it came out. What can I say except you're welcome, pig. And the third pig is over here, I think. Yes, it is. They see me rolling and they hating. Something tried to catch me riding dirty. Tried to catch me riding dirty. Tried to catch me riding dirty. Tried to catch me. Anyway, the third pig is over here. The three little pigs and the big bad wolf. Or if you prefer, the three little wolves and the big bad pig. And this gets me loads of hearts for some reason. We're mowing this guy's lawn because he can't do himself with a scythe, and the cool looking scythes are actually used to cut grass. And now you know. I am a ninja who farms. What? I've run out of things to talk about right now. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about something completely irrelevant. Can the planes in cars get jet lag? Nitro Indigo's life mysteries. I almost said my real name and then interrupted myself. I don't want to say my real name on the internet, just because. Did you hear that noise, Indigo? Did something happen? What was it? Oh, say, that's a fine sword you have there, buddy. Just look at that thing. You know, you'd be doing me a big favour if you cut this grass here for me. This here grass for me. I just did, you napkin. Sometimes you can find things in the grass when you cut it, so it isn't always a thankless chore. It pays, buddy. Oh, he just reads himself now. Anyway, pig. Moo. Bah. Oh. Yeah, basically when the camera glitched into the grass, it was because it was a cutscene of the pig eating the... Oh, it digs. Cutscene of the pig eating the bait. And now we need to take the pigs back to the lady. Okay, what do you have to say? Did you bring me other piglets? What? You brought me a pair! Oh, you thought this little guy would get lonely behind the fence by himself? That is so sweet! Now we can have a pig party in there. Sweet! And then we can have lovely steak and bacon. Thank you so much for bringing us a new family member. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You got a red rupee? That's 20 rupees. What a pleasant surprise. Malay Kariki Marker, which is Merry Christmas transliterated into Hawaiian. And this is for working so hard on your birthday. And I got another red rupee. I feel very excited. I suppose now I'll have to think of names for these little cutie poos. Oh my gosh, that's just embarrassing. I'm sorry. Anyway, I don't know why I sang that, but we need to get our shield from Grandma. Oh, hello, Sue Ellen, that's her name. Indigo, I thought I heard Errol's voice cry from far away. Is it really true? I sound like a voice. Everyone's so annoying, I don't know. The only voice I can do is annoying. There's also upside down Triforces. I don't know if I've already commented on this. What is this, Indigo? Please, tell Grandma what's troubling you while I massage the air. And where's Arl? Is she still playing outside with the gulls? She got kidnapped by a bird, much bigger than the seagulls. And oh look, the shield is gone. And then Grandma has just turned around for some reason. And now cutscene! Indigo. Is this what you're looking for? Take it with you. You got the hero shield, and Nick has a sad face. This is the legendary shield that said to have been used by the hero himself. Hang on a minute, does this mean that Wind Waker Link is related to the Hero of Time? Timeline theorists, where are you? We've got some work to do now. I started singing halfway through that sentence. Hold ZR to defend yourself while holding the sword. You can move around if you defend while targeting in red, which clashes really badly with the blue background text box. And Link is still doing his bows. I guess it is true. Arl really has been kidnapped, hasn't she? What kind of monster could take such a sweet young child? I say I meant about Link having a personality because he looks sad. In the next episode, we shall depart from Outset Island with the pirates to go to the Forsaken Fortress to find Arl.